So we already talk about 1 to 10 MCQs. Now I am starting with 11 one. You all have already done this. So we just need to see that आप सबने सही किए हैं या नहीं. So MCQ number 11. Which statement about the elements chlorine, bromine, and iodine is correct? So they all are gases? No. Bromine is liquid and iodine is solid. We know that. They are in the same period. No, they are in the same group. They become darker down the group. Is that right or not?
Right, sir.
So
Yes.
the right answer, will be C. Is that right, bacho? The right answer will be C for this MCQ. Then in the second one, they are saying how many electrons and protons are in the ion of element in group 2. We know that group 2 means that it has 2 electrons in the outermost shell. 2 electrons in the outermost shell. So they donate these 2 electrons and become +2 charge. Right. So definitely the ion of the group 2 always have 2 greater protons. 2 greater protons. So what is the right answer? This would be B. Is that right, bacho?
B.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
right, bacho? Yes.
Yes,
Then
sir.
ionic compound has a formula X3Y2. We have this formula of ionic compound. We know that ionic compound is always like a combination of metal and non-metal. Right, so you can see this कि आप इनको क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हैं, इन ये ऊपर जाकर इनके चार्जेस बन जाएंगे. So the number with Y would be the charge of X, and it is always 2 plus because the first element is always metal in ionic bonding, and the number with X would be the charge of Y, which is 3 minus. So in this way you can identify यार ये group 2 का होगा और ये group 5 का होगा. So the right answer would be X is group 2 and Y would be group 5. The right answer would be C. Right, bacho?
Right, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then in the next question, you can see this. Atoms of element X and Y have the same electronic configuration, 2,5, 2,8,5 respectively. So you can see this. They
C
both
would
have
be
the
the
5
right
electrons
answer.
in the last shell. So they should have same definitely chemical properties as well because they are the part of the same group, right? You can see this. That which deduction about these elements can be made from this information? They have same number of last shell electrons, so they are element of the same group. The right answer will be C. Right, bacho?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then 15th MCQ saying which is the property of element molybdenum. You can see this
So D
when you
would-
find
would be the
molybdenum,
right
it is the
answer.
transition metal. It is a transition metal. So what is the right answer, bacho?
So D would be the right answer.
D is the right answer. It has more than one oxidation state. Absolutely right. Good job. Then you can see there's an element of element Z, 14 neutrons, 13 protons, and it form a positive ion. So how many electrons does this ion have? You need to see this 13 protons. So the electronic configuration of the neutral atom would be like this. So when it forms positive ions, so it must loses 3 electrons. So what
So
is the
A would
number
be
of
the right
electron
answer.
for this? It would be A. Is that right, bacho?
Yes, sir.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Then it is also very, very simple. What is the order of reactivity in group 7? What is the right answer? Reactivity decreases down the group. It means the right answer will be
B,
B.
sir.
Chlorine,
B.
bromine, iodine. Down the group reactivity decreases. Right. Good, bacho. Very good. Then we have question number 18. Which property is common in calcium, potassium, and sodium? So their atom all lose 2 electrons. No. Sodium
C
और
would be the right
potassium
answer,
जो है
sir.
आपके पास group 1 के और ये group 2 का है. So this is not right. Then they all form carbonates which are soluble in water. No. They all are less dense than water. No. They all are metals. So the right answer would be D. Is that right, bacho?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Which element is in group 0 of the periodic table?
Helium, sir.
Helium.
Helium. देखें जरा ये भी कोई सवाल है पूछने का. Yes. Then question number 20 is saying which statement about periodic table is not true? is not true. That means you need to find out the wrong one over here. Element gets more metallic on descending in a group. That's fine. They will be more reactive down the group. They will be more metallic down the group. Element in the same group have the same number of valence electrons. That is right.
So C would be the right answer.
From left to right across the period, there is increase in metallic bonding. No. From left to right, when you move from left to right, on the right hand side we have non-metal, and on the left hand side we have metals. So when we move from left to right, the metallic properties would be decreases, right? Not increases. Okay, bacho?
Yes, sir.
Then francium is in the same group as sodium, which statement about francium is true. It is very powerful oxidizing agent. It is a stronger reducing agent. It is in group period 1 of the periodic table. It is reacts with oxygen. लेकिन ये तो दोनों हैं गलत. ये दोनों तो गलत हैं. ठीक है ना? ये period 1 का नहीं है francium, और ना ही वो पानी के साथ रिएक्ट करके ऑक्सीजन बनाता है. मसला है इन दोनों का. तो how can we identify these two? Which one is right? So you need to know that all the time metal lose their electrons to become +1. So the loss of electron is called oxidation. They are oxidized itself. So that is why they are reducing agent. ये क्या होते हैं बच्चों? Reducing agent. And when you are moving down the group, so the loss of electron become easier. The loss of electron become easier. That is why जो नीचे वाला होगा ये ज्यादा stronger reducing agent होगा. ये ज्यादा अच्छे से electron lose कर सकता होगा. The right answer would be B. It is a stronger reducing agent than sodium. Is that right, bacho?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Then astatine is below iodine in the periodic table. Which of the following best describe astatine? It displaces bromide ion. No, it is less reactive than bromine. It is black solid at room temperature and pressure. It can be right. It melts at lower temperature than iodine. No, down the group melting boiling point increases. It reacts with sodium to form halide with formula Na280. No. So the right answer is Na80 if you talk about the salt. And the right answer in this MCQ is B. It is dark black solid. Okay, bacho?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then MCQ number 23 saying an element M form an ion M minus. यानी कि ये M minus 1 है. The electronic configuration of this ion is 2,8. Which statement is true? अब ये 2,8 बन गया है इलेक्ट्रॉन रिसीव करने के बाद. तो इलेक्ट्रॉन रिसीव करने से पहले कैसा होगा बच्चों? It should be 2,7 when it is atom, right?
Right, sir.
तो ये कौन सा पीरियड हुआ? पीरियड कौन सा हुआ बच्चों? पीरियड सेकंड हुआ. और ग्रुप कौन सा हुआ बच्चों? ये
Group 7.
Group 7.
So what is the right answer? M is in group 1. No. M is group 1. No. M is in group 7 and period 2. So the right answer will be C. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, sir.
C is that.
Yes, C is the right answer. So 24, it is also very simple. Highest proton number. Definitely we know that proton number increases across the period like this. Na? So the one which is the last will always have the highest proton number. So over here, calcium is last. So it is having the highest proton number. So the calcium can be the right answer, A or B. Definitely C and D are not the right answer.
B.
After that, they are asking highest valence shell electrons. So just look at over here. This is the group number 7. So it has 7 electrons in the outermost shell. So the right answer will be B. Is that right, bacho?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Bacho, you need to keep remember this. This is the technique to identify the right answer. First of all, you need to find out 2 right answers. Then out of these 2, you need to find out the one which is valid, right? Then palladium is an element, atomic number 46. We need to find out this कि ये है किधर, ठीक है ना? तो ये आपको transition metal में मिलेगा. Some of its properties and the properties of its compounds can be predicted from the position of the periodic table. तो भाई ये transition metal में है, तो इसकी properties transition metal वाली होगी. Which raw is correct? Predicted properties of palladium. अब देखें वो कह रहा है its density is similar to density of sodium. अब ये जब transition metal है तो ये वाली बात तो हो ही नहीं सकती.
C would be the right answer.
तो या तो C आंसर हो सकता है या तो D आंसर हो सकता है. अब हमें ये देखना ही नहीं है, ये दोनों पॉइंट्स देखने ही नहीं है हमें. अब अच्छा C और D. It is present in compounds in more than one oxidation state. That is fine. That is fine. Now, some of them can act as a catalyst. This is right. So the right answer would be, bacho, C.
C.
sir.
C.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
They are not white because
Yes, sir.
transition metals are colored. Right, bacho?
Yes, sir.
Right, sir.
So this is the best way to identify the MCQs. Which property shows an increasing trend in the element from group 1 to group 7 across the period? Metallic character? No. Number of electrons in the shell? Which property shows an increasing trend in the element from group 1 to group 7?
Sir, I think A would be the right answer.
Number of electron shells are not right thing. Reactivity of water is not right thing. So the right answer is A,
A.
because
A.
you have metal in the start and then you will have non-metal in the end. So they form positive and they form negative ions. So that is why when you move from right to left, sorry, left to right, it will increase the ability to form anions. Right, bacho?
Yes, sir.
Right, sir.
Okay. Then 27. 27. Which electronic configuration represent the three metallic elements in the same period? Not same group. They are saying same period. So it should be group 1, group 2, group 3. एक साथ हो सकते हैं इस तरह से. So 1, 2, and 3. D would be the right answer. ठीक है? They are same period metals and they are same group metals. Right, बच्चों?
Right, sir.
यू कैन फाइंड आउट कि यार इसमें 7 है, इसमें 8 है, तो ये तो नहीं हो सकता, इसमें 4 है तो ये भी नहीं हो सकता, बचे कौन से? ये दोनों. इन दोनों में से राइट आंसर कौन सा है? सेम पीरियड वाला. ठीक है भाई.
Yes, sir.
देन क्वेश्चन नंबर 28. अब देखें, इसमें बहुत आसान है. मेल्टिंग पॉइंट हमेशा छोटा होता है, बॉइलिंग पॉइंट हमेशा उससे बड़ा होता है. द टेबल कंटेन इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ द एलिमेंट क्लोरीन, कॉपर एंड आयरन. तो अगर क्लोरीन का मेल्टिंग पॉइंट 101 है तो इससे थोड़ा ज्यादा इसका बॉइलिंग पॉइंट होना चाहिए. डेफिनेटली 445 तो नहीं हो सकता, इतना ज्यादा नहीं हो सकता. -34 इज समथिंग गुड, क्योंकि ये क्लोरीन गैस है, इसका मेल्टिंग पॉइंट और बॉइलिंग पॉइंट दोनों ही नेगेटिव में होगा. तो इन तीनों में से कोई आंसर हो सकता है, डी नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है. देन कॉपर का बॉइलिंग पॉइंट 2582 है, तो इससे थोड़ा कम होगा, थोड़ा सा कम होगा. तो भाई क्या हो सकता है? 287 तो बड़ा हो जाएगा, 2887. तो या तो ये आंसर हो सकता है या तो ये आंसर हो सकता है, सी नहीं हो सकता. राइट बच्चों?
Right,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
आयरन का मेल्टिंग पॉइंट इतना है तो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट इससे बड़ा होगा. इससे बड़ा क्या हो सकता है? ये वाला आंसर इससे बड़ा हो सकता है. तो द राइट आंसर विल बी बी. राइट बच्चों?
Yes, sir.
Then this is something very good question, and you can see this W, X, and Y are element in the periodic table in the same period of the periodic table. Right? X from compound of formulas XCl2, XCl3. यानी कि ट्रांजिशन मेटल है X. एक से ज्यादा कंपाउंड्स बना रहा है एक ही एलिमेंट के साथ, यानी कि मोर देन वन ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट है, ट्रांजिशन मेटल है ये. फिर Y आप अगर पानी में डालते हो तो हाईली कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड अल्कलाइन सॉल्यूशन बना रहा है, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, जिसकी पीएच बहुत ज्यादा है. सो यू कैन से दैट कि भाई ये अल्कली मेटल होगा ग्रुप 1 का. W जो है आपके पास पानी के साथ सिमिलर रिएक्शन कर रहा है, बट थोड़ा सा लेस विग्रस है, थोड़ा सा लेस विग्रस है, तो ये सेकंड ग्रुप का मेंबर होगा. अब पीरियोडिक टेबल में ये अरेंज कैसे होते हैं भाई? पहले ग्रुप 1, फिर ग्रुप 2, फिर ट्रांजिशन मेटल. तो ग्रुप 1 वाला कौन है आपके पास? Y. ग्रुप 2 वाला कौन है आपके पास? W. और देन X. So what is the right answer? The right
D
answer
is
would
the
be
right answer.
D.
Yes, sir.
Is that right, बच्चों?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Then question number 30. Part of the periodic table is shown. The latter are not the symbols of the element. Which statement about the element is correct? And that's quite simple. V is more reactive than X. V का है भाई, down the group reactivity increase होती है, तो गलत बात हो गई. Then W is more reactive than that. That is right answer, because इसमें down the group क्या होती है आपके पास? Decrease होती है. तो right answer is B. Right बच्चों?
Right, sir.
Then question number 31 is saying an element in the periodic table, the period 3, sorry, and group 7 of the periodic table, which is statement about this element is correct. Group 7 में है 7 electrons होंगे, period 3 में है तो it should be like this, और charge कितना होगा इस पे? -1. So the element will form +1? No. The element will have 3 electrons in the outermost shell? No. and the element will have 7 electrons in the outermost shell is right. The element will have 7 shells. No. So the right answer will be C. Right, Basho?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, sir.
Then position of 4 elements are shown in the periodic table. Which element is a solid non-metal? You need to keep remember carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, and iodine. These are solid non-metals. These are solid non-metals, and this is iodine, right? Group 7, fourth member. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Is that right, Bacho?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
And question number 33 is saying that the diagram shows an outline of the part of the periodic table. Which statement are correct? Element W, X, and Y form colored compounds. No, only X and Y can form colored compounds. So this means it is wrong. Element X, Y, and Z have high melting point. Z is non-metal, so definitely it does not have a high melting point. So this is also wrong. Element X and Y can be used as a catalyst, and they are transition metals, so they can be used as a catalyst. So the right statement is only the statement number 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this means C is the right answer. चलें, अब मैं काफी देर से सवाल सॉल्व कर रहा था, अब बारी है आप लोगों की. So we have 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. These 5 MCQs. बच्चों पहले आप सबने इनको सॉल्व करना है, ठीक है ना? एंड देन वन बाय वन मैं आपका नाम लेके आपसे पूछूंगा, तो आपने मुझे राइट आंसर्स बताने, ठीक है? तो लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस. तो I just want to ask a question from Abdul Muiz. Abdul Muiz, can you please confirm me बेटे 34 का आंसर क्या होना चाहिए?
Sir, B, sir, B.
B for ball.
Why D, sir? D, says why D?
Okay. So you can see this, the melting point of lithium is 181 and the melting point of sodium is 98. Which statement explain why lithium has a higher melting point? Right. So lithium has more valence electron. That is not right because क्योंकि दोनों एक ही group के हैं. Sodium has more reactive than lithium. Reactivity is something different. So we cannot talk about this. Sodium is softer. No. Actually, the reason is metallic bonding. So you can say that attraction between positive ions and the sea of electrons is stronger in lithium than sodium. Absolutely right, Moise. Good job. Yes, Abir, can you please tell me the 35 one? Right answer of this?
C.
C for cat, right? So which statement about the periodic table is correct? Elements are arranged in order of decreasing? No, increasing. Group number is the number of electrons shells? No, it is the number of valence electrons. Group number can be used to predict the charge of the ion. That is the right answer. Very good, very good. Okay, so the 36 is for Aisha, I think. Aisha, can you please
Sir, B.
tell me? B for ball.
Yes.
Okay, let me check. 3 different elements reacts with by losing electrons. The ion form all have the electronic structure configuration 2,8. Which statement about these elements is correct? They are in the same group. No, they are in the same period. This is the right answer. Right, Bacho?
Sir, can you tell what periods tell us again?
Yes, you can see this. For suppose if you have a group 1 member, if you have group 2 member, and if you have group 3 members, right? So for suppose you have sodium, for suppose you have magnesium, for suppose you have aluminum. So sodium have 11 electrons and magnesium has 12 electrons and aluminum have 3 electrons. So it can lose 1 electron, it can lose 2 electrons, and it can lose 3 electrons. And after all of these, they all have 2,8, 2,8, 2,8 electronic configuration. It is only possible when they are in the same period. Right, Bacho?
Yes.
Right, sir.
Right,
Okay,
sir.
so 37, Ishal. Yes, Ishal, what is the right answer of 37?
What A?
A. A for apple, right?
Yes, sir.
An ionic compound, the formula is X3Y2. Just look at over here, bete. X3Y2. So this 2 will go over here and this 3 will go over here, right? So X is actually ionic compound, so it is 2 plus, and Y is actually -3. So this is the charge for group 2 and this is the charge for group 5. Is that right or not? So the right answer
Yes.
will be C. Okay, Ishal.
Yes, sir. See.
Yes, sir.
Yes. The question number 38. Fatima, can you answer this, bete?
D, sir.
D for doll, right?
Yes.
Okay, my doll. So the diagram shows part of the periodic table. Which pair of letters represent elements that are in the same period? Absolutely right. P and R definitely not the right answer. P and S, P and S are not the right answer. Q and T, no. R S is the right answer. D is the right answer. वेरी गुड मेरे बच्चों, बहुत अच्छे। चलें, अब हमारे पास हैं ये 6 MCQs है और ये 6 MCQs हम दोबारा से सॉल्व करेंगे और इस बार 6 अलग अलग बच्चों से पूछा जाएगा। स्टार्ट करते हैं हफ्सा से। तो हफ्सा, कैन यू प्लीज आंसर मी MCQ नंबर 39 बेटे?
The number of protons in the nucleus.
Okay, so which property decide the order of the element in the periodic table? So definitely the number of proton in the nucleus, because it defines the proton number. Very good, bete. Very good. Good job. Yes. Then Hamiz, can you answer me, bete? MCQ number 40. Yes, Hamiz, can you answer?
Yes, sir. Eight minutes, sir. I think, sir, C.
Hamiz, you need to see this, that the formula is Na2Z. So this 2 should be the charge of Z. So the charge of Z would be -2, and the -2 is the charge of group 6. So the right answer is B. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yes, Hamza, can you answer question number 41, bete?
C.
It is C. They are asking the order of reactivity of halogens. What is the order of reactivity of halogens? Most reactive to least reactive. Hamza, what is the right answer, bete?
B.
Yes, B is the right answer. Okay, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. Good job. Yes, after that, MCQ number 42. Can you please answer Hassan Shahzad?
Sir, they are in the same group.
Okay, which statement explain why the chemical properties of the sodium and potassium are similar? Because they are in the same group. They are in the same group of the periodic table. And अगर वो इसका भी आपसे reason पूछे तो आप ये भी बता सकते थे, because they have same number of valence electrons. Very good, Hassan. Yes, Hassan. Tariq, 43 bete. MCQ number 43.
B covalent.
Okay, which property would all the hydrogen compounds of the group 7 element possess? Hydrogen to chlorine, hydrogen to bromine, hydrogen to iodine. They all are non-metals, so definitely they will form covalent compounds. They all are covalent. Very good. Very, very good. Shabash. 44. Huria, can you answer this, bete?
A.
A for apple.
G.
Huria, come on. You need to see this. Element Q is period 3, is in period 3 of the periodic table. It can form the ion with the charge Q 3 minus. 3 minus means it is non-metal, and non-metal means it is from group number 5, not group number 3. Agar ye 3 plus hota, to aluminum hota. Ye 3 minus hai, that is why it should be phosphorus. Right, bacho? Is that right?
Yes.
Then we have last these 6 MCQs. Okay, so 45. What suggests that metal M is not group 1 of the periodic table? It is bright, silvery appearance, good conductor of electricity. It is hard to cut. So this should be the wrong answer. We know that group 1 metals are always soft and they can be cut by knife. So this is the wrong statement. Okay. Then which change in the properties of the halogen is not correct? We know that down the group they are darker. Decrease in melting point, no. Decrease in rate of diffusion, that is right. Increase in density, that is right. But the right thing which is not correct about halogens is B. Then sulfur, selenium are both in the same group. We need to know that sulfur dioxide, sodium sulfide, and sodium sulfate. These are the right formulae of the compounds with sulfur. So if you want to replace them with selenium, so it would be like this. You need to keep remember this would be same as sulfur do, right? So what is the right answer, bacho? It should be C, right?
C, sir.
Okay. Then a metal M form a chloride which dissolve in cold water and has an oxide which dissolve in both strong acids and strong alkali. Okay, so it should be zinc because we have not learned this right yet.
Zinc.
You need to keep remember that amphoteric oxide can be reacted with acid and bases both, and these are only zinc oxide and aluminum oxide. Right now we don't have aluminum over here, so the right answer would be zinc. An element X form anion of 3 minus, and it is fine in group number 5 definitely. I told it earlier, right? Which element is in the table? Which element in the table is in alkali metals? We know that low density
sir.
and low melting point, so it should be C.
C,
Is that
sir.
right, every one of you?
Right, sir.
Any problem to any one of you? All clear?
No, sir. All clear.
Clear, sir.
माशाल्लाह, माशाल्लाह, वेरी गुड। चलें, अब आपके लिए है होमवर्क थ्योरी से रिलेटेड। आप लोगों ने पिक्चर्स लेनी है और वो आपने सवाल करने होंगे। चलें, सबसे पहले तो इसकी पिक्चर ले लीजिए। डन बच्चों?
Done, sir.
दिस
Done.
वन बच्चों, ये भी करना है यहाँ पे। डन?
Yes.
This one बच्चों, then this one. This is a question of IGCSE, which is very important question for GCE and IGCSE, both of them. You just need to see the syllabus for both the boards, and you will surprised to see that exact each and every word would be same in the syllabus from now onwards. So you will see that only the past paper pattern and the questions are different. The rest of the things are same, right? So these are the 4 questions, and then I have this question as well. Yes, question number 11 and 12. Clear,
Done,
bachcho?
sir.
Okay, so these are the questions that is your homework actually, and you need to solve this and keep it to yourself. We will solve this in the next class, inshallah. Okay, so take care of yourself, every one of you. We'll see you again on Monday, inshallah. Take care, stay safe, stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, sir.
Allah Hafiz, sir.